All right, here we go. Palace at Auburn Hills. Clay with the early toilet bowl 3-ball. And the pace was crazy fast to start the game. Detroit's bigs were having a hard time on the pick and roll. Drummond didn't want to come out. Clay, another 3. You see, he looked like he had a rough night last night. Looks like someone hit him. KD with the 3-ball. And Van Gundy with the early timeout. But Detroit would recover. Look at Caldwell Pope. Very nice player for them. Playing the passing lanes and bothered Steph and Clay all night long. He's a very good defensive player. Look at him here jump the passing lanes. Now, if he is your best player, that's problematic here with the pull-up 3. But Detroit quickly answered, and Kerr needed to call the timeout. JaVale, who didn't play much last night in Brooklyn, got in the game, and you're going to see the standard alley-oop, but he really had an impact on this game offensively, even though he did get in foul trouble. Now take a look at Steph. Go away from the screen, over dribble, and turn the ball over, and then hang his head. Okay, so he had a very bad first half. Take a look at this play. You just can't give JaVale the ball that far out on the floor. He wasn't looking for it, and it leads to a transition basket for Detroit. But with Draymond back, this is where Draymond's so important as a leader. Look at him check Steph. He's like, you can't make that pass. More JaVale with the hammer. I love what Draymond did there, pushing Drummond out of the way. But let's take a look at JaVale here on defense. I'm going to freeze it right here. He needs to challenge Ish Smith. Right now, he needs to get in position to block the shot. Now, take a look how long it took him to actually turn and challenge that shot. That's why he'll never be a good shot blocker. I know Ish Smith has crack speed, but nonetheless, JaVale processes very slowly. And here's Steph with his standard now. That's a flashy play, right? But it's not a very good shot. You got a 7-footer with a hand in your face. Then you got David West turning back the clock with the pump fake, show and go, and dunking like it's 1999. And I love that David West can be grumpy even after a dunk. Old OG-ass looking dude. And then take a look at this. I thought this was funny. Watch David West's reaction off Ian Clark winning this jump ball. It's like we won the game. Screaming at Markieff Morris. I love it. And then KD, who carried us offensively all the way with the huge stride, peep the bench celebration. He had 32 points on the night. Now check out Drummond here. This is why he'll never be special. He's barely had an impact on the game, and he's shimmying like Odell in the end zone. Tim Hardaway, you know he don't like no fruity stuff. He's like, Stan, I told him stop doing that. Here's the play of the night. Draymond with the steal, and then the D-Wade type lob to KD in motion was so pretty. But Detroit was game, running us off the 3-point line. Take a look at JaVale here. He got a lot of bad calls, some foul trouble, but look at him not over-complain. I like that about him. And then shout out to Drummond's agent for finally getting his shoulders waxed. Oh, gorilla-ass looking dude. More JaVale, and this was really the first time I feel like he carried us for a bit here offensively. As crazy as that sounds, we were struggling for baskets. Steph was struggling, Clay was struggling. He came in and he had 15 points, all of them dunks, and really changed the game offensively for us. Look at Ig finding him here, and nobody can finish as well for this Warrior team above the rim. Here's a big offensive rebound, the veteran shove off from Iguodala, and then KD, all he does is get buckets, 32 points on the night. But like I said, Detroit, Tobias Harris and these boys kept hitting threes. Tied game, 1:30. Look at the action at the top. Drummond very lazy getting off the screen. And look at Stan Van Gundy stomping his feet. He cannot believe it. He's like, I left porn for this. So here we go up to who you go to. Klay Thompson was 5 of 13, and he hits the dagger. Killer Klay with no conscience, no concept of being cold, just turns and hits the dagger in Detroit. And we get away with one in a sloppy effort. Y'all know what's coming next. Get locked and loaded Christmas Day. The trilogy continues. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out, y'all.